Yo, what's up, swag gang? You already know what time it is, man. Look, man, look. It's your boy Kenyon Lar, aka KL Swag, back here with a video, man. Look. You guys, I like my little hat, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think I look drippy with the hat, bro. I think this might be my favorite hat, bro. Like, I gotta start, wearing hats, man. I fuck with hats, bro. I fuck with the drip, like wearing hats, especially with the dreads hanging out, Look, man. We about to react to Rebound. Yes, Rebound. Mistakes that cost NBA players millions of dollars. Make sure you comment. Make sure you like it. Make sure you subscribe. Let's just get into the reaction.
Choking out coaches, snowboarding accidents, IG live parties with a bunch of thoughts. These are mistakes that cost NBA players millions. And you really gotta watch your back, because the people that you trust most could be robbing you blind. And Lonzo Ball learned this lesson the hard way. See, back in 2017, Lonzo was the face of the Big Baller brand. But
yes, sir.
When Lonzo signed a $33 million rookie deal with the Lakers, he just wanted to play basketball. So he chose the most trustworthy person he knew to run the entire company, his family's closest friend, Alan Foster. But sadly, this would turn out to be the biggest mistake of Lonzo's life. Because when $1.5 million went missing from Lonzo's bank account, he found out about a secret Foster had been hiding. It turned out that before Foster met the Ball family, he served 5 years in prison for stealing over $4 million from investors. Lonzo immediately knew who was behind the missing millions of dollars. So in March of 2019, he called up Foster, told him to watch his back, and fired his ass on the spot.
The way I feel about it was different. That's why I covered the BBB up on my arm. Cause like when I saw that, I saw him, and that just made me so, like, I was tight. Cause like when we looked at the transactions, it didn't start happening until my mom got sick, cause she took care of all the money. So that's what really hurt me. I'm like, when that happened, like everything just went off.
Now, Lonzo's mistake cost him $1.5 million. But that's nothing compared to some NBA players, like Nerlens Noel. This man's mistake cost him tens of millions of dollars. See, in 2017, Noel was playing for Dallas, where he averaged just 8 points and 7 rebounds a game. Pretty decent numbers for a role player. But this dude was convinced that he was the next LeBron. So as a free agent at the end of the season, he demanded a $146 million contract. Now, Dallas, they originally offered him $70 million, but when Mavericks owner Mark Cuban heard $146 million, he was so offended that not only did he take back his offer, but he told Noel to get lost and find a new team. Guess what? Nobody else wanted to pay $146 million for a man who could only score 8 points a game. So Noel was left with no contract and no team. But it's not all bad. I mean, he actually got another chance with Dallas. Except this time, they offered him a $4 million contract. And if I do a little bit of math, this is the face of a man who lost $66 million. But at least Noel didn't lose $100 million. Because that has happened before.
But that's his fault though, bro. Like, you're messing up, bro. You're not making points. Like, you're not shooting your shot, on me. Wait, what? Look, all right. Look, he's not making points, bro. He's not making his shots. He's getting 8 points a game. Like, that is horrible. Who the hell is gonna want to pay that much money just for you to make 8 points a damn game? Like, what? You deserve $2 million.
Isaiah Thomas's mistake will go down as one of the most expensive in NBA history. During Isaiah's 2017 season with the Celtics, he was setting the court on fire, dropping 30 points consistently, hitting game winners every night. I mean, this man put Boston on his back. But being the face of the Celtics came with a heavy price. He played the entire regular season with injuries to his groin and his hip. So by the playoffs, his body was begging him for a break. But Isaiah just didn't listen. And during the Eastern Conference Finals, Isaiah's hip got completely blown out, forcing him to miss the rest of the playoffs and costing the Celtics the series.
Why didn't he
All right,
listen?
now put yourself in Isaiah's position. You carried your whole team for an entire season through multiple injuries just to help them make it to the playoffs and maybe win a ring. I mean, that's dedication. So you'd expect a pretty big contract, right? Well, that's exactly what Isaiah asked for. A $100 million 4-year deal.
Wow.
But not only did Boston refuse to pay Isaiah, they ended up trading him to Cleveland. And after he sat out the first few months with the Cavs to rehab his hip, Isaiah realized the mistake he made. His loyalty cost him over $100 million.
Damn!
His body. What happened to Isaiah was out of his control. But some NBA players are different. They purposely cost themselves millions, like Vladimir Radmanovic. Why would he do that? Well, in 2006, Vladimir got the deal of a lifetime with the Lakers. He got a $30 million contract with just one condition: don't participate in any other sports. The Lakers, they wanted to protect their $30 million investment, so he wasn't allowed to do anything that would risk injury. But Vladimir thought, I can get away with a little snowboarding, right? So he decided to take a trip out to Utah. And literally on the first day of snowboarding, Vladimir fell off his board and separated his shoulder. And this was a direct violation of his Lakers contract.
Bro, he's tripping.
If the team found out, he'd be cut and lose his entire $30 million deal. So
Stupid. Bro, he's so stupid, bro.
El Children.
Wow.
he decided to let that trip be his little secret. When he flew back to LA, he met with the team owner, Jerry Buss, and he decided to lie about the injury, telling Jerry that he separated his shoulder by not dropping a like and subscribing to the channel. Yeah, that's right. I'm finna pull up and personally separate your shoulder if you don't drop a like and subscribe to the channel. So what are you doing? But anyways, Vladimir also told Jerry that he separated his shoulder slipping on ice. But Jerry, he actually bought the story, and Vladimir was all good. $30 million in the bag. Until just a few weeks later, when his conscience got the best of him, and he started to feel guilty about lying. So he went and decided to tell Jerry the truth, knowing that this could end his entire NBA career and cost him $30 million. But surprisingly, Jerry appreciated the honesty, and the Lakers decided to hit him with a $500,000 fine, letting him keep the $30 million deal and stay on the team. That was a close one, boys. It looks like honesty can go a long way. But not everyone is as lucky as Vlad. Some NBA players, they make a mistake so bad that it costs them every single dollar they've ever made. Like Latrell Sprewell. He lost hundreds of millions of dollars. And it all started on one fateful night in 1997. When he literally choked out his coach in front of his entire team. I'm not joking. This man went Homer Simpson and straight up strangled PJ Carlesimo. You want to know why? Because PJ told him to make better passes. Yeah. So the NBA suspended Latrell for an entire season, costing him over $6 million of his Warrior salary. But Latrell didn't stop here. He went on to lose everything, for what he did in Minnesota. See, in 2004, the Timberwolves offered him a $21 million contract. And this dude Latrell really had the nerve to say that $21 million wasn't enough to feed his family. And if we've learned anything from this video, it's that if you turn down a deal, you're probably not gonna get another one. Well, that's exactly what happened to Latrell. He didn't get a single contract offer and was forced to retire from the NBA. Okay, so now is 2007. He's got no job and needed to do anything to save some money. So Latrell decided to refuse to pay his child support. Of course he did. And that family that he had to feed, well, they ended up suing him for $200 million. So...
Bro, this dude is so dumb, bro. He stopped playing his child support.
Now, Latrell was really out of money. And shortly after, his $1 million yacht was repossessed. He couldn't pay the mortgage on his house anymore. And he owed over $3 million in taxes. This man's mistakes cost him hundreds of millions of dollars.
Wait, so, I don't know, bro. I'm kind of dumb over this shit, bro. You guys might know, I have older subscribers as well. $3 million worth of taxes. He didn't pay his taxes or some shit. Like, y'all let me know down below, cause I don't get it. So he wasn't paying taxes. Like, he didn't put the jobs that he worked. Look, I don't know. Y'all let me know down below, bro. I'm confused. Shit.
And he was left with absolutely nothing. But some NBA players, they lose more than just money from their mistakes.
Oh, man.
Some could lose their life, like Gilbert Arenas. See, in 2009, Gilbert was on a team plane for his flight home to Washington. And to pass the time, he decided to bet on some card games with his teammates.
Oh, man.
And, Gilbert was doing pretty well. I mean, he won a few rounds and made a couple $1,000s. But he had one teammate that refused to accept losing, Javaris Crittenton. This man wanted his money back, but Gilbert won fair and square. He wasn't about to do any charity work, so they got into an argument and started yelling at each other. And Gilbert got so pissed at Javaris that he threatened to light his car on fire.
No way.
To stop things from getting violent, their teammates had to step in and separate the two. And by the time the plane landed, everything was cool. For now. Because just 2 nights later, after a game against Philly, Gilbert made the biggest mistake of his entire NBA career.
This is terrible.
He was still pissed about the other night, and he wanted to show Javaris that he wasn't the guy to play with. So he approached Javaris in the locker room and literally pulled out a gun on him. And to make matters worse, your boy Javaris pulled his own strap out too. So in the middle of the Wizards locker room, there was literally a Wild West standoff. These two just threatening each other. At this point, no one's sure exactly what happened because obviously everyone else got the hell out of that room. Eventually, the two put the weapons down and no one was hurt. Of course, it can't end there though. They both committed felonies. There had to be some consequence. And a few days later, the Washington, D.C. police heard about what happened, and they started investigating. So, Gilbert confessed to his crime, and the NBA suspended him without pay for the rest of the 2009 season, costing him over $10 million
That's a lot.
of his NBA salary. All this because of a damn card game. Ridiculous. But not as ridiculous as when an NBA player nearly ended his own career in a game of Call of Duty. Yeah, I'm talking about Myers Leonard. See, in 2019, while playing basketball for the Miami Heat, Leonard was live streaming on Twitch every week. The dude was so popular and so into video games, he even got to join FaZe Clan. And by 2020, he had sponsorships with Astro Gaming, Scuff Gaming, and Origin PC. Dude was living it up, shooting hoops in Miami one night and playing Call of Duty for thousands of fans on Twitch the next. But in March of 2021, he made the biggest mistake of his entire life. Because in front of thousands of viewers on one of his live streams, he called someone a religious slur. And when the NBA found out, they fined him $50,000. In fact, Leonard upset so many people, he lost all of his gaming sponsorships and was banned from Twitch. I mean, that alone was costing him hundreds of thousands of dollars. But then, things get even worse. The Miami Heat, well, they decided he was a bad look for the team. So later that month, he got traded to Oklahoma City. And just 2 days after the trade, he got cut from the Thunder entirely. And his release meant the second year of his contract was canceled. So the $10 million he could have made in 2021 vanished into thin air. This man really blew $10 million raging over Call of Duty. This is one of the dumbest mistakes in NBA history.
Stupid.
But not the dumbest.
The hell?
That title goes to Paul Pierce.
This man, no.
See,
man.
after Pierce retired from the NBA in 2017, he signed a deal to become an analyst for ESPN for $1.5 million a year. And it was great on both sides until April of 2021, when Paul Pierce thought it was a great idea to go on Instagram Live while he was throwing a damn party. This man was playing poker, drinking Henny, puffing the devil's lettuce. This thing was just wild, man. And the entire world was watching, including his employer. And I don't think the bosses at ESPN appreciated what they were watching too much, because they ended up firing Pierce immediately, costing him his $1.5 million salary. And Pierce, well, I don't think he was too happy about the decision. This man's laughing on the outside and crying on the inside.
Yes, he is.
Now, there's a lot of dumb ways NBA players lose their money. But Zion Williamson, he's lost millions just from buying ridiculous stuff. Like, this man went out and got an iced out Infinity Gauntlet, bought 3 different Benzes, fully customized his cars, and that's just the beginning. Huh, you want to hear more about that? Well, click on this video right here.
Well, if you guys want me to react to that, all you gotta do is let me know down in the comments, man. I love you guys. You guys stay so I know. Road to 5K. I will see you guys in the next video.